Ano-ano po, Mr. Chair, mga bago existing programs ng OVP na popondohan po ng OVP this year? Kasi I noticed from 744.1 million po na budget ng 2025, you're asking for 902. Pero nabanggit nga po ni VP kanina na mostly ay sa MOOE, mapupunta po 100 plus million po yata. Na kaya ang tanong ko po ngayon, ano-ano po mga programs, existing programs, mga bago na popondohan po ng OVP?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Basically, it would be the same programs that we are implementing this year in 2025. So we will just include additional provision for Magnegosyo Taday because in 2025 we are only using the continuing appropriations from 2024. So part of the increase will also go to the procurement for disaster relief operations, Mr. Chair.
All right, Mr. Chair, I notice also, ongoing po ba ito, Mr. Chair, itong OVP program activities, ito pong Al-Janaza Kit Assistance, tsaka Sympathy Flower Program, is this ongoing or is this new program of the OVP?
It's part of our ongoing programs, Mr. Chair. It used to be part of our medical and burial assistance program, but we are running it as a separate program now because instead of giving monetary grants, we provide a kit, Al-Janasa kit, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I just noticed, kasi po, like I have an office at Zamba Sultan, Zamboanga City. Yung mga kababayan po nating Muslim, pag may burial po, hindi naman po sila gumagamit na ataol, kundi naghihiram na lang po ng sasakyan, which I provided my office there in Zamba Sultan, Zamboanga City. Halos everyday po, hinihiram po ng mga kapatid nating Muslim para maisakay po yung bangkay, para mailibing. Pero maganda pong programa itong Al-Janaza Kit Assistance and Sympathy Flower Program. My last question, Mr. Chair, kung meron pong dapat i-prioritize ng committee na ito, ano po ang mga dapat dagdagan na pondo? Saan, Mr. Chair?
Ms. Sanchez, before you respond, let me recognize the presence of our Majority Leader, Senator Zubiri.
Yes, Mr. Chair, that would be the disaster relief operations. Since that is the second highest requested but assistance from the Office of the Vice President after the medical and burial assistance.
That's all from me, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Next will be Senator Go.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before we recognize the other members of the Senate, I know many of you just want to make manifestations. We have parliamentary courtesy here when usually in my how many budgets that I've handled, I've been to almost 23 budgets already. Pag bisita po ng Office of the Vice President and President, we give them parliamentary courtesy and usually their budgets, and in this case, the budget of the Vice President is already a lean and mean budget. Hindi, wala na pong dagdag, kawawa nga, di ba po, Mr. President? So maybe we can afford them the courtesy that we can approve the budget. Of course, after the manifestations on the part of the leadership of the Senate, we'd like to extend that courtesy to the Office of the Vice President.
Yes,
Uh,
Mr. Chair. Also, on
Mr.
the part
Chair.
of the minority, we also
Senator
we would like to be associated with the motion of the majority leader.
Senator Marcos.
That was my question, Mr. Chair. Is that a motion that we therefore endorse the budget of the Vice President from the subcommittee to the Mother Committee of Finance?
Well, let's give the members an opportunity to give their manifestations. No,
That's fine,
All right.
but may I make that motion and hold it in abeyance
Yes.
until everyone has
you can do it at the end
Thank
after
you.
the manifestations.
Mr. Chair, before I have to attend to a caucus upstairs, I would just like to manifest that I support po the budget of the OVP. As a matter of fact, kung po pwede po sana pag-aralan natin, review, yung binawas po na 39 million, baka pwede pong ibalik ulit. Because maganda naman po yung mga programa na ilatag po ng OVP. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Tulfo. Next is Senator Go.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. I also hope we could accord parliamentary courtesy to the Vice President and approve her office budget swiftly. Mr. Chair, distinguished colleagues, and to Vice President Sara Duterte, good day. Mr. Chair, I just want to express my strong support for the proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President for 2026. As a proud Dabawenyo, I have witnessed firsthand the remarkable work of the Vice President when she was still the mayor of Davao City, and when she became Vice President, and I sincerely believe Vice President Duterte's initiatives have been instrumental in helping this government uplift lives and promote the welfare of all Filipinos.
Of course, with the amendment that yung budget daw ni Senator Bongo, idagdag natin sa OVP. Kasi siya na mismo nag-offer, Mr. President. So, you can make that amendment in the budget para madagdagan sila. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Second motion, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Padilla, do you have any manifestation? Before I act on that, I know that you have my manifestation.
Maraming salamat po. Sinusundan ko na po ang sinambit ni Senator Marcos at si Senator Zubiri.
Yeah, thank you. Senator Estrada, before I act on the motion, any...
Well, first of all, I fully support the budget of the Office of the Vice President. And then I would like to associate myself again with the statement of Senator Bongo. Total naman, meron nagsabi ni isang senador na malaki insertion natin. Ibigay na natin sa Office of the Vice President para maging working Vice President siya.
Thank you for that manifestation. There's a motion made by our Majority Leader and Senator Marcos, duly seconded by Senator Bato, Senator Padilla, Senator Estrada. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the budget of the Office of the Vice President is now deemed submitted for plenary's consideration. So, congratulations. Thank you very much, Madam Vice
Thank you, Mr.
President.
Chair, and thank you, members of the Senate.
Maraming salamat. Thank you. This budget briefing is hereby suspended.
Resignation of Mayor Magalang from ICC.
Ayaw mag-comment sa, wag na lang, sir, no comment.
I'm sorry, balik ko lang. Matagal nyo na kung alam yung modus sa di umano'y pangingikbak sa flood control?
Hindi lang sa flood control, ma'am, pati sa sa illegal gambling. Tumatanggap sila. So, si Martin Romualdez. So, hindi lang siya sa flood control. Baka kasi yung tao na nagtrabaho ng basura, flood control yung pera na tinatransport nila. Pero marami pang iba pang mga sources ng corruption na dinideliver.
Ma'am, may we know po yung source ng information na ito that they are receiving?
Yung mga, ayaw ko sabihin kasi tatanggalin nila, pag sinabi ko tatanggalin nila yung tao, wala na tayong...
Permis office? Pero hindi po ba...
Oh, yes.
Permis office? Ba dapat lumabas ngayon para makasuhan sila?
Ayaw lumabas ng mga tao eh. Dati pa naman kami nagsasabi na na magsalita kayo. Takot lahat kasi magsalita ngayon dahil syempre aabot yun until the office of the president. Diba? So, walang nagsasalita. Pero pag sinabi ko kasi kung sino at anong klaseng personnel, maano nila kung sino yung nagsasabi doon sa loob.
But from the office of Congressman Romualdez po yan?
Oh yes. Ito din yung mga tao na nagsasabi sa akin na na aatake sila sa confidential funds. Ito din yung reason kung bakit hindi na namin ginamit yung confidential funds on the third and fourth quarter. Third and fourth quarter noong 2023 kasi sinabihan na kami na pinagmimitingan sa loob.
But do you think the government is still stable?
No. Ma'am. No. Our institutions are clearly abused. They are used for personal gain. They are used for personal gain, and we have already seen the testimony
of witnesses about corruption. And there is practically nothing happening in our country. Ilang ulit ko na yan sinasabi noon na tigilan yung politika, tigilan yung pansariling, pag-una ng pansariling interes kasi walang nangyayari sa ating bansa. Meron ba kayong nakikita at all na project na nakatulong sa ating bayan? Wala. In fact, we ran on the platform of unity and continuity. Ang expectation noon is that there will be continuity on the projects like the build projects of the former administration at yung mga iba pa na nasimulan ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, pero wala naman tayong nakita.
Last question. Ma'am, do you think nagsiserve? Do you think nagsiserve as an instrument lang sina Congressman Romualdez?
Hanggang ano pa ako dito? Hanggang alauna pa ako dito, JC. Ay, sir.
Do you think nagsiserve as an instrument sina Congressman Romualdez at may kumpasito ni President Bongbong Marcos?
Example na lang, noong budget, example na lang ng budget natin. Yung budget natin, ang huling pumipirma dyan, ang Pangulo. Para siya maging batas, para yan ma-operationalize, para natin ma-implement yung batas na yan, kailangan yan ng pirma ng Pangulo. The fact na nagpirmahan sila ng budget na may mga blanco, ibig sabihin, hindi nila binasa or pinabayaan nila na merong mga ganun na blanco.
Ma'am, you mentioned na hindi stable ang gobyerno. Sa tingin nyo, kumusta ang moral ng mga sundalo na may mga nagkukwento naman sa inyo na mababa ang moral nila?
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ako makapagsalita sa moral ng mga sundalo. Siguro mabuti ba ang word na magsalita patungkol sa moral is sila na mismo ang magsabi.
May info kayo na si former Senator Trillanes, isa daw doon sa allegedly na pumasok sa ICC.
Merong mga sinabi na ganon, pero hindi ko siya ma-confirm kasi hindi kami nakakakuha ng information sa loob ng detention unit. Nalaman ko na lang yung welfare check kasi dahil sa report na binigay sa Office of the President. So, bago nun, hindi namin alam yon na information mula sa detention unit. Nakukuha namin tulad nung dinala siya sa hospital dahil dahil nakita siya na walang malay sa sahig ng kanyang kwarto, nakuha namin yon sa hospital personnel. Hindi sa detention unit, hindi sa ICC.
Informed by ICC?
No. Hindi kami hindi kami sinabihan kami na family members, hindi kami sinabihan na may insidente na ganun. Nakuha lang namin yon sa hospital personnel. Madami kasing Pilipino kahit saan ka pumunta, 'di ba, sa buong mundo. Kaya nga hindi makapagtago si Saldico kasi kahit saan ka pumunta, daming Pinoy. So yung hospital personnel nagsabi.
When was this? When was this? Nakita siyang
Hindi ko na maalala. Pero hindi ngayon yon, hindi the moment na lumabas yung statement. Hindi lang ako nagsalita noon. Kasi parang ang sabi ko sa lawyer na pag may mangyari naman na ganyan, kung pwede, magbigay naman sila ng information sa inyo. Kahit hindi na sa pamilya, kasi sa tingin nila, hindi dapat siguro bigyan ng, hindi ko alam kung anong rason nila. Sabi ko kahit sa inyo man lang. And then, sinabi ng lawyer that we will work on this and make sure that this will not happen again. So, hindi na ako nagsalita. Nagsalita na lang ako nung nakita ko yung report sa welfare check. Kasi, para bang hindi kaya ng ICC, hindi kaya ng ICC na i-secure ang dating Pangulong Duterte. Tulad nito, merong pagbisita sa isang agent ng government na ito din yung gobyerno na nagdala sa kanya, nagkidnap sa kanya dito sa Pilipinas, tapos dinala siya sa Hague.
May we know yung particular reason bakit po siya nawala ng malay? Any particular illness that led to that?
Hindi ko alam, ma'am. Hindi ko kasi nakuha talaga yung report, ma'am. Nakuha lang namin siya sa hospital personnel at yung tests na ginawa sa kanya.
But was it confirmed po, for example, by the former president, na nangyari na yung incident na yun as reported by the hospital personnel?
Tinanong ko siya. Alam ko tinanong din siya ng lawyer. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong mga incidents. But tinanong ko siya kung totoo ba. And then sabi niya, hindi naman yan yung una. Madaming beses na ako may ganyan. Natumba was his term.
Isn't it alarming?
Yes, it's very alarming. That is why I released a statement stating that clearly the ICC do not have full control of the safety and security of the former president, because I believe, and the way I see it, he needs 24-hour caregiver, bedside care. So, yan din yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. Keeping him in without a trial date, without a date for confirmation of charges, it's just plain cruelty ba? Pinapahirapan nila yung tao. Nakadetain siya ng para ba siyang kinulong ng hindi siya na-convict. Kaya sinasabi ko doon sa statement na for humanitarian purposes, they should give or they should allow the interim release of former President Duterte. Anyway, wala namang plano yung tao na lumayas. Nakita naman natin sa behavior ni dating Pangulong Duterte noon, hindi naman siya nagtitreten ng witnesses or ng mga complainants. And wala naman siyang balak bumalik as mayor ng Davao City, because sinasabi nga niya, wala naman ako doon, and that would be an injustice to the Davaoenos na meron silang mayor na wala doon. So, wala nang legal reason ba kung bakit hindi pa ibigay yung interim release?
Nagkaroon ng rumor dun sa malawakang protesta 2 weeks ago. Meron mo bang nakipag-usap sa inyo for a possible change in leadership?
Wala, ma'am. Wala sa akin. Baka sila lang gusto maging president. So, sa kanila na yan, ma'am.
Ma'am, just to be clear,
grabe maging ni si JC.
Ma'am, yung last incident na sinabi nyo regarding the health of the former president, alin ho ba yun? Nauna ba yun na nangyari before the welfare check, or the welfare check muna bago nangyari the last incident?
Wala kasi sa akin ang timeline ngayon, sir. Wala sa akin ang timeline. So, hindi ko alam kung ano yung nauna, yung welfare check o yung he was found unconscious on the floor, or ano. Wala sa akin yung timeline, sir.
Ma'am, if may choice kayo na sa mga countries na po pwedeng mag-host sa kanya sa interim release, will it be sa Europe or Asia? Ano bang preferred ng country?
Kung ako, Davao City talaga. Davao City, Philippines. Kahit house arrest yan doon, kahit na gusto ng ICC na ilibing sa ilalim ng bunker yan, yung house arrest niya, walang problema sa amin, gagawin namin yan. In fact, I think mas makabuti pa nga kung ibigay na lang yung interim release na yan, because we can encourage him to cooperate sa mangyayari na trial kung meron man, or mangyayari na hearings kung meron man. And mahalaga sa amin yung word of honor namin, no, sa pamilya. So kung sinabi namin na papaniguraduhin namin na lahat ng hearing na sinabi ng ICC na umattend siya, papaniguraduhin namin na nandun siya at nag-attend siya. Grabe, yun lang yun. Nakikita ko yung senyas mo kaya. Alam mo, may mata ako dito, JC. Dito, oh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Lydia.
Thank you, sir.